Economic History by Kyle Lebke for Menlo College World History Class 112, Professor Kevin Kotz. Since the start of the Age of Exploration, there have been many economic forms practiced across the world. During exploration, countries in Europe formed colonies across the globe and practiced mercantilism. In the mid to late 1700s, Adam Smith published his work, The Wealth of Nations. This book explained how capitalism worked in a free market economy. Later into the 19th century, Karl Marx came up with a new economy, communism. In communism, the government runs everything. Throughout time, there have been many wars. It can be argued that the wars will bring an economy out of a depression. This happened notably after the Great Depression with World War II. As European powers started to expand across the world, they used mercantilism to keep their colonies in check. In mercantilism, a colony sends raw materials and newfound wealth, gold, to the mother country in exchange for manufactured goods. The colonies are not allowed to sell to anyone else, so that the mother country makes all of the profit. This system eventually failed when the colonies gained enough power to become independent nations. They often revolted against their country for independence. This happened to England when the United States formed. The Americans no longer wanted to be controlled, so they revolted and declared independence in the Revolutionary War. After mercantilism died out, capitalism took over. Capitalism is an economy based on private business and free markets that are not regulated by the government. In 1776, Adam Smith wrote The Wealth of Nations, a book about how free market capitalism worked. Capitalism has led to what we have today, a free market economy with some government regulations. Some governments did not like wealth inequality that capitalism created, so they ran by the philosophy of Karl Marx, a German that came up with the idea of communism, a classless society where everyone is equal. In a communist state, everything is controlled by the government, so no one can rise and become superior. In the Great Depression, unemployment was at an all-time high, and it seemed there was no way out. Some historians believe the economy was saved by World War II. Spending was increased to manufacture supplies for the war, and employment was nearly full. The war brought prosperity to the United States and other countries after the war, ending the Great Depression. This also happened on a smaller scale, with World War I and the Depression of 1907.